Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Fully Charged Gardener. Thank you very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Now this little quiz has probably been spoilt by the title of the video, but I'm going to roll with it anyway. So, can you guys name the chainsaw in Stihl's professional lineup that has a chain speed of 24 meters per second? No? Give you another clue. It takes a full chisel 3/8 PS3 chain. Can you guys guess it yet? And it's aided in its rapid acceleration by the use of one of these. No? Have you not guessed it yet? It is this little beauty. The new Stihl MS-A220C. The new battery chainsaw from Stihl. Now this thing is no toy. A lot of people take the, can't use the P word, Mickey out of these things, calling them toys, saying that they're no good. But I can tell you what, having used this thing for a few weeks, it is fantastic. I dare say that I have the perfect combination, especially for my needs anyway, with these two saws, but that's another video. I will be making more videos on this, but this video today was just to introduce you to this machine, show you at work. Now, when I say show you at work, I haven't done like a lot of YouTubers do with these battery things where they've just gone out and they've found some tiny little sticks and they've whopped through all these sticks to show you a massive pile. I wanted to put this thing to the test. So I went into the woods and I felled a 12-inch roughly diameter Fraxinus excelsior tree, an ash tree, and this thing performed superbly. So going back to the saw. Now this saw takes the AP300S battery, the new AP battery from Stihl. Now you still can use your AP300 battery in there, but you won't get the maximum performance out of the EC motor that's in this machine. So the difference is, just to run through this quickly, between the two batteries. So the AP300 battery is a 6 amp hour battery with 227 watt hours. The AP300S battery is a 7.2 amp hour battery with 281 watt hours. So that allows this machine to perform to its fullest. Again, you can still use it with the backpack battery. Now I haven't actually done this yet, so I'm going to give that a go and put that in another video for you guys if I can figure out how to put that in there. Tell you what we will do while I'm on quickly. I'll get me goggles. I got me gloves on. Don't need ear defenders because it's nice and quiet in here really. And we'll just give this a little run with this backpack battery quickly. Okay, so you know it's no slouch. That's with this backpack battery. So let's just run it up quickly if you can find one with the AP300S battery. Okay. So what you can see there is how quickly this thing accelerates. No slouch. I'll run through the controls again in a second. Let's get them silly gogglies off. Right. As I say, I've never actually used a battery chainsaw with the umbilical, and I can appreciate that that might get in the way. But also, if we're down at the woodshed, just running off the machine with the sawhorse, it's nice straight timber, nice level ground, not getting tangled in branches. I think that could be quite useful for just running off some firewood. So I will do another video in that just to demonstrate that. Again, that will not give it the full capacity in terms of power, because although that's a big battery, I think we're limited on how much power this here cable can carry. I might be wrong, but I should do a bit more research before I do my video, shouldn't I really? Anyway, going back to this machine. Like I've just showed you, here he is dropping batteries, clumsy bugger. Right, so like I said, 3/8 PS3 chain, full chisel, so it's a proper chain. So what that means is that you can actually use this machine for tree felling. And what it does have on there, like all your other Pro Saws, is your felling sights. So you'll know when you're in your tree, shoulder against the tree, and before you go to make your first cut, you can use that as your sight line, and if you're any good, gauge it to see where the tree's going to go. Now, one thing it doesn't have, don't worry, I'll do a few more close-up shots of this, is the plunge guide. So I wonder, again, I'll do another video on this to test it. I wonder if there's a reason why they don't put the plunge guide on there. Maybe the saw's not designed for that. We'll give it a go. But as you'll see in the video, as a crosscut machine, it is superb. It performs beautifully. I must admit, I may have been a little bit heavy-handed initially with my filing, because I filed this chain the other day, and I think I may have taken the rakers down just a little bit too heavy, because I do it on my bigger saw just to give it a little bit more bite, and I may have been just a little bit too aggressive on that filing. So what I might do is buy another standard chain, just so we can see what the house grind's like on it and see how it performs. And also what I might do is see if I can put a skip tooth on there just to see the difference on that again. So again, I'll be making some future videos. I just wanted to show you guys this initially because it is awesome. It is a fantastic piece of kit. I do say fantastic an awful lot. Perhaps I need to find another word, but it's quite a good descriptive word, I think. Anyway, so I've got some footage of it out in the woods, like I say, running through some bigger timber. This thing for snedding, you know, fell something with a bigger tree, like a bigger tree with the 500, and this for snedding is brilliant. You know, nice and light, and you can just whip through the timber beautifully. Great piece of kit. Again, I'll show some more videos. I just wanted to get this initial video out there. So what I'll do is I'll stop waffling, and I will bring the camera a bit closer, and I'll just run through some of the controls on here and some of the other features. Okay, so now we're in a little bit closer just to show you a couple of the features, one of which is unique to this battery machine, so I'll show you that first, and that is this here button. So before you can use the machine, if you were just to press the trigger now, it's not going anywhere, so you have to press this button and pull the trigger in. Again, at the moment it won't work because the blade brake is engaged. To get the machine to run, we'll just make sure everything's clear and out the way, nice and safe. Don't want to be cutting any of that up. Again, to get it to run, you just simply disengage the chain brake, push the button in and hit the trigger. Chain brake back on. So that's unique to this battery machine here. One thing that you do still have to be mindful of, even though it's a battery machine, is you have to maintain chain oil levels. It has a reservoir the same as any other chainsaw, nice transparent, so you can see the oil level there. Again, I've mentioned the felling sights on there. One thing I will say, and this is one thing that I do as a matter of routine, you don't have an air filter to keep clean on this machine for obvious reasons. There ain't no engine, but what I do, instead of checking the air filter, is just make sure that the battery chamber is kept clean. So, you know, when you're changing batteries, you know, just make sure that no bits fall in there and it doesn't become a dust trap. So don't need to clean an air filter, but make sure that you keep your battery compartment nice and clean. Again, this being a professional machine, it is waterproof, so you can use it in wet weather. Another thing that this has, which is a great little feature, I hope we're still in shot here, is the quick tensioner for the chain. So you just have a little catch here that you flip up, and to undo it, you do like so, and then you've got a tensioner wheel on the top here, so you can slacken the chain off going that way, tighten it up going that way, and then you just simply tighten this little bad boy up, snap it shut, and you're good to go. No tools needed for that, which is a brilliant idea. Weight wise, somewhere in the video I will put up the stats, but there's still a good weight to this machine. It is a quality unit. You know, this stuff here is not like cheap plastic nastiness. It's all quality, well-made stuff. It is solid, proper, solid, good quality chainsaw. And I'm pretty sure if you go anywhere in the world and ask people what Stihl are famous for making, they're going to say chainsaws. So for me, when it came to choosing a battery chainsaw, there was only one place I was going. And you all know I'm a big fan of Stihl, but this really is a superb product, and the video speaks for itself. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling about these little features. I think I've covered everything. Throttly bit, quick tensiony bit, battery bit, chain brakey bit. I think that's everything. On to the next bit. Okay, so I think one of the most common questions people are going to be asking about these battery chainsaws is how long does the battery last? So what I have here is a nice big long log. We've got about half of it on this side of the digger. I do use the digger as a bit of a sawhorse just to get the log up and keep it off the ground. It makes it easier on my back as well. It is a bit of a luxury, but when we can get it in, we use it. So we'll see how much of this log we can get through. I've tried to pick a half decent sized log. This is a 14-inch bar, so we're not quite 14 inches across, but we'll give it a go and see how long this lasts. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this initial introduction to this MSA 220C. As I say, a brilliant little saw, very impressive performance for a battery machine. Like I say, uses the new AP300S battery. One thing I don't think I've mentioned yet is that the official stats are that this will run for about 48 minutes on the AP300S battery. Charge time for me I've found is about 35 minutes with the AL500 fast charger. Which is no time at all, and what that means is that by the time that's run out, that will be charged and ready to go again, so you just cycle your two batteries, which is what I've done. Again, I will be making more videos on this saw because I really do want to highlight it. I'm really pleased with my purchase, and as I say, I think this thing paired with that is the ultimate combination, especially for what I do anyway. I'd just like to say once again, thank you very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, again, please hit the thumbs up and click that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers.